All right. Good evening, everyone. I want to thank you all for coming on and going live with us. I'm sorry for the delay and I'm sorry for the quality of the camera right now. On my end, we're having some storms over here in my area, so it messed up some things. But I want to let you guys know, man, we got some incredible stuff that's going on right now, something I'm really excited about. As a matter of fact, it's something that I've been watching for a while. I hope my quality is pretty good. I got my microphone right here, so it should be pretty good. But this is something I've been watching for a while. I was invited a long time ago by my good friend Quentin Bradford, CPMD. A lot of you all know him, a legend in our space, right? And he had introduced me to this project when at the very beginning, at the infancy stages. But you guys know how I do it. I sit back and I watch things for a little while to see exactly what's going to happen, what's going to transpire. And guys, I got to let you know, I'm excited about this. Some of you all know my story, right? This is going to be something. I knew that this could be something that I could be really passionate about because of my journey, right? My journey of health and wellness and my journey in crypto. So you got some of you all don't know that a part of my journey is that I was severely overweight at one point, right? And one of the things that really changed my life was I became a runner and I started taking care of my health. I started getting more active. I started doing all this stuff. I said I had to get fit, had to get my life together. So I went from almost 300 pounds, right? That I was, and I started running, and changing my lifestyle and becoming a runner allowed me to really take control of my health and lose a lot of weight. So I lost almost 100 pounds in a very short period of time by becoming a runner and changing the way I eat and all that type of stuff. So I knew activity was vital if you're going to lose weight, and if you're going to get healthy. So that's just been a part of my thing. Now I have a routine to run it anywhere from 6 to 7 miles in a day, and just knocking it out. One of my goals is always to run at least 100 miles in a month. And I do that, and I do that consistently. I encourage other people to get active as much as they can, to get fit, all of that type of stuff, right? So that's super important to me. But while we're on here, right? I want to tell you guys that you guys know that I also been in the crypto space. I've been able to be very successful in the crypto space, and I've been able to help other people become very successful in the crypto space. But one of the things that we ran into is that some of the things that we do don't last very long, or for some reason other people can't participate. It's just been a lot of hiccups that happen in the crypto space, especially the passive crypto space, right? But what if we had an opportunity? And this is what intrigued me when I saw this. What if we had the opportunity to be able to not only get fit and get healthy, but also get paid at the same time with something that is actually real, something that is actually already paying people, and something that's moving very, very fast right now, right? So I hope you guys are really paying attention to how important this can be for your life and for your finances and for those around you, right? I believe this is going to be one of the greatest movements now that I've seen what is happening and what is transpiring right now, the success that's going on, right? And now I've been able to establish some great relationships in this crypto space and the passive income space, and a little bit of the entrepreneurship altogether. But one of the gentlemen that I've connected with, that I've seen his success, I've watched him even before I got started, right? Even before I got started in the crypto space, one of the first people that I saw doing this on a large scale was this gentleman, right? And even though we hadn't connected before, it was good to see somebody else, let's be honest, that looks like us, all that type of stuff, looks like me, and everything else that was out there that's actually doing it and making it happen. And so I said, I watched him, I seen his success, I seen his heart, I seen all of that type of stuff. So it was good. I was like, man, but now that we get to work together, we've worked together a couple times, we made a lot of money together, but I think this could be the legacy run. I don't know how he feels, but I think this could be a legacy run. That's how I'm really feeling about this one, right? This could really help a lot of people, impact lives around the world. So hopefully you guys are ready for this, man. Let me go ahead. He really doesn't need any introduction, but I'm going to try my best, right? I want to tell you, we have this gentleman, his name, and he goes by Crypto Pays Me Daily, right? And I want to tell you guys that this gentleman, I've seen him get paid in several different things, but you know what I've seen lately? This is the thing that he's excited about. I seen him put his passion and his heart behind this, and I seen him, even at sometimes I seen him just go hard against the other stuff, right? He's been out there, he's been rogue, he's been going hard saying, man, leave the other stuff alone, right? And I get it. So I want you guys to go ahead and give it up for my brother, my friend, a gentleman, and a general in the space, Mr. Quentin Bradford. We know him as Mr. Crypto Pays Me Daily. Brother, can you hear me? Are you on?
Man, I can hear you loud and clear. Can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear, brother. I appreciate it. Your camera quality is a lot better than mine right now, but I really appreciate it, brother, for you coming on. I know it's later in the evening on a Sunday, but for you to take some time out of your day to get on is absolutely phenomenal.
Man, let me say something real quick, man, because I got to throw it right back to you, man. I appreciate those kind words, man. It's it means a lot. It really does, because when you put your heart and passion behind stuff and people can acknowledge that and you know just appreciate what it is that you do, it means a lot. And you know just how you can say all of those things for me, I can say the same things back to you. I remember when you made the trip down to Houston. I was talking about this here recently. I was like, man, we had a good time, man. We got to go out, hang out, got to take you to a couple of the little hot spots and all of that stuff. But it's just, that's what this is about more than anything. It's just the relationships that we've built, the friendships, of course, the money is always great, but the impact, most of all, that we have on people, everyday, just ordinary, regular people, the impact that we can have on those people, and to be able to see those people change their lives because of the things that we do and the things that we are bringing to our communities. That's where it's at. And so, man, I like I said, I appreciate the kind words, man. You've been a giant in this space. I know you've earned a lot yourself, helped a lot of people earn a lot as well. And I'm just honored to be able to work with you, to have you as a friend, and to be able to just hang out like we did, just be able to spend some time with a real quality person. So, man, I appreciate you too.
Awesome, man. Awesome, man. I really appreciate that, man. And I love that in this space, we're able to give each other our flowers while we're alive, while we can smell them and all that type of stuff. And I appreciate everything that you said, man. And this is good. We got some legends on as well. We got Mr. Ken on. He's saying, my guys right there. Big shout out to you, brother, man. You always doing your thing, always making it happen. I mean, he's going hard out there too. I see it. I'm watching. As we were talking earlier, I said, I keep my eyes and ears open. I see what's going on in the space. And man, this gentleman is making it happen. So if you guys aren't tapped in with Ken, or if you are tapped in with Ken, make sure you give him his flowers as well. We want to make sure that he's well respected and he gets everything he deserves is also. Let me see what else we got. Absolutely. We got Croc on as well. Croc is out there, man. He said he's tapped in, major movement. He said, yeah. Q put us on with this one, man.
Man, he just had his little one too, man. So big congrats to Croc, man. They just had a little one this past week. And I know he's over there, busy with that, but everything went well. So congrats to those guys over there.
Absolutely,
hopefully
man.
I'll join the club soon, hopefully.
Oh yeah, there you go. It'll be soon. We'll see the announcements. I think we see announcements in this very near future. So that's gonna be good. So look, yeah, Croc, man, go tap in with his podcast, him and his wife, that talk about relationships and all that type of stuff. If you guys want to tap in and hear some real advice on real relationships, really tap in with him and his wife, and you could get some stuff out there. He's on Instagram, he's on YouTube, all that type of stuff. So that's going to be absolutely phenomenal, right? So that's good stuff, man. Let's get into this thing. Croc, there's Croc appreciating them once again. There you go. We got some heavy hitters on right now. Yeah. But let's get into this thing, man. Let's talk to the people about what's happening. What we have here, man, is something I think is very unique, right? There's been some other stuff that has tried to do this, but haven't been able to do it successfully or do it on a large scale. And so what I want to tell you guys, that I believe this is one of the things that has the necessary components in place to make this huge, to make this major, to really impact a lot of lives. But here's what's powerful about this. We're catching this in its infancy stages. If you guys don't know, you want to catch something before the wave. Right. I want to tell you that when the wave is starting, before the momentum, before all that stuff, when you can catch it at that point, that's where you can really ride that wave up. I mean, I know it's always cliche, but I want to say it anyway. Right. If you could have caught Bitcoin at the beginning, right? If you look back now, if you were able to look back over time and you were able to catch some of these early cryptos at the very beginning and have the foresight enough to say, I'm going to go ahead and take advantage of this, would you do it? Right? Would you earn Bitcoin if you back 10 years ago? Would you been earning Bitcoin every chance that you could get? I think most of us would, right? If you were able, let's talk about something something different, right? If you were able to get in on Amazon, or if you're able to get in on Apple, if you were able to get in on this stuff at the very beginning and have the foresight enough to really take advantage of it, would you? And so I know that's cliche, but I want you guys to really grasp this today. I'm not going to as look. I just want to tell you guys, look, y'all know I keep it 100. I just really signed up and got my stuff today, right? You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna keep it 100 with y'all. So I'm not gonna say I'm the expert on it, but here's what I see. I like to look and see what people are passionate about. I like to see that something has legs to run. I like to see that there's some leaders that's already pushing forward in the space. I like to see that it's doing all the right things at the very beginning. And this is one of those things. So I want you to just preface this, Quentin. If you could just talk about what got you excited about this project over a lot of other things. I know from what I see from the outside, from me putting my eyes on everything, I see that you're only excited about like 2 projects right now, right? So, and this is one of them. What is the thing that makes this stand out for you, and why did you get so excited about this GetFit mining movement?
All right. Well, man, you're right. You're right. There's not much that I'm really touching at the moment or just really excited about. Over the last, I would say 4.5 years or so, it has been quite a journey, right? We've had a lot of ups and downs in this space, a lot of great wins and some losses, but it's taught a lot. It's taught me a lot, right? Really what to look for when we get into these opportunities. Um, you know, things that have worked, things that have not worked, right? We've been able to see it. And so over the years, it's been able to build some experience for myself in these different opportunities. It's been able to show me what things to look for, what things not to look for, what things have worked, what things have not worked. And so when you finally go through all of those different things, right, of the things that worked and the things that haven't worked, eventually you get to a point to where you're able to see something and say, look, I've seen this before, and here's how my experience went then. What in my mind is going to tell me that this experience is going to be different from the last, right? They always say the definition of insanity, right, is doing the same thing over and over and over again and expecting a different result. And so if I've done the same thing 3, 4, 5, 10 times before, and it's always turned into the same result, if I see that happen again at some point in my mind, if I'm a half decent, smart, educated person, my mind is going to tell me, hey, this happened 10 times before. Why is this not going to happen again the 11th, right? And so that's kind of what I started to see, is that the same things kept coming back around and we kept making the same mistakes. And so finally, when something came that didn't look like everything else, and then you started digging into it, and it had a lot of the, characteristics that we really are looking for that a lot of these others don't have, well, then you can say, oh, okay, we got something different here, right? We got something that is not like what we've always seen. Let's look a little bit further, right? And one of the things that we talk about in crypto, which is what crypto is intended to be, it's intended to be decentralized, meaning no person, no body, no company, you know, no one has control, right? When we look at a lot of these different, platforms or companies that we've been a part of, we've given our crypto to those companies. We've given up our access and our ownership of our assets to another company. And as soon as we do that, we are at risk. Why? Because now we are trusting the person on the other end to give us those assets back. And that's what's happened in a lot of these deals that claim to be crypto. platforms, right? They're not really crypto in the sense of they don't follow the principles of what crypto was really intended for, which is decentralization, meaning I'm sending crypto into some, smart contract, all right, that no one has access to. No person can go in there and take it or steal it, right? And I'm trusting that smart contract to do what it says it's going to do and send that money back to me or pay it back to me whenever it's time for that to happen. That is what crypto was intended to be, not some person pressing the button and saying, you know what, I've paid out enough money, or now I have enough money from you guys that now I don't want to give it back, and I turn off that withdraw button, and now they run off with our funds. It's happened to us how many times? A ton, right? 99% of the things that we have been a part of, they're no longer here. Some of the things that we trusted, a lot, right? We saw lots, I mean, hundreds of millions of dollars go into these different deals, and they just disappear. And so when I saw this particular opportunity, and let me tell you, I would say it is a good thing that when I first came to you 6 months ago, or however long ago that was, and I mentioned it to you, it's a good thing that you weren't ready, because the concept was ready, but it wasn't where it needed to be. It wasn't developed where it needed to be, right? This thing has been in the building stages for over 3 years. And it was really kind of like a beta phase of really figuring out how to get this right, how to piece this thing together so that it is right. Right. We knew the concept was there. It made a lot of sense. We've seen the concept, done by other companies, that had some success, weren't able to maintain it. And so the creator of this saw all of those things that happened in the past and said, you know what? I'm going to fix this. This is a great concept, but I want to tweak it and fix it and perfect it and make it what we know it can be. And so 6 months ago, it wasn't ready. So it's a good thing in a sense that you weren't there, because there were a lot of people who probably would have come into the project and left because they were going to say it just didn't work. And we go back to a month ago, just over a month ago, she said, or actually this was a couple months ago. She said, well, look, I know what we need to do to make this right. And she took about 250 of us and she said, look, let's launch this thing the right way. I've built it right. I know this thing is ready. And that's when it happened here, just maybe 6 weeks ago, when all of this really came to fruition. And that's where we are right now. But a decentralized ecosystem, right, that allows us to not have to trust people, but to trust the technology that is created. That was number one. And you mentioned something, and you were absolutely right. I've warned my community, and I can never tell a person what to do with their own hard-earned income, right? You do what you choose. But, if you're going to be in my community, one of the things that I want to do is educate you on, what I believe to be, something that is smart to do and something that isn't smart to do. And we've seen more things popping up here in the last month, 2 months, that have the same look and feel that all the other things have had over the past 3 to 4 years. And a lot of people think that, okay, this is the one that's going to be different. And for me, and the way my mind operates is, if I've seen it 10, 20, 30 times before, do I want to risk my hard-earned income and put my community at risk for this to be that one of the that 1% out of the 100 chance that this could be the one that actually does work? And for me, that's not a risk that I'm willing to take with my income or with any people in my community. And so I've really just kind of shied away and stayed away from those things because we've seen them before. And so when we look at GetFit, which next month, we're probably 2 weeks out now, it'll be rebranded, right? They're going to move away from GetFit mining to MoveQuest, just because we want a more universal name. We don't want people to think this is working out. We don't want people to think this is about going to the gym every single day. People don't want to go to the gym, right? I mean, let's just be honest. We have people that go, or they might want to do it, but they don't actually do it. Because why? It's not easy. It's not fun. It's hard, right? But what if you could just be incentivized for what you already do every single day anyways, right? Like taking steps, right? I don't care if you go to a job. I don't care if you even stay around your house, you work from home. I mean, whatever it is that you do, you take steps throughout the day for the most part, right? You're going to burn calories throughout the day for the most part, right? You're going to sleep at some point, right? You're going to do it anyways. If you choose to work out, right? Maybe now that you have an incentive to do it, maybe you go and you start getting a 30-minute workout, right? And you're going to travel distance throughout the course of the day, right? You're going to move around and it's going to be miles of distance traveled just with your everyday daily activities, not doing something necessarily different, right? What you already do, but now you can get incentivized for it, right? So the concept absolutely just made sense. I know for me, I've always been into fitness. I've had times where I've been more into it and then less into it. But right now has been a time that I've wanted to be more into it, more consistent, right? As we start to get older, I have a birthday next a week from today. I have a birthday, right? I'm getting older, right? What am I doing to keep myself in shape? This is just that extra little push and incentive that's caused me for the last month to bike ride every single night. When I get off of this, I'm going to get on the bike and I do 7 to 10 miles on the bike, every night. And then I'm going to, go in the gym. Maybe I'll lift a little bit, or maybe I'll, get on the stepper. So it's caused me to do a little bit more, right, than what I would typically do, because I have the incentive to actually do it. And there's a benefit at the end of it, right? So that's kind of been what, Get Fit or Move Quest. It just gives people the chance to not have to worry about trusting companies and individuals. We put our trust in what crypto technology is really intended to be, right? There it is: proof of concept, proof of work, and proof of profits, proof of physical activity. Being able to take our physical activities throughout a day, submit them into the blockchain, and receive a token reward for it. That's what we have here. And guess what? There's no person who has to press a button to approve my withdrawal. There's no person who turns them on or turns them off, right? If I do the work and I submit it, guess what? That reward is waiting there for me. It's mine. And all I have to do whenever I'm ready is just collect that reward. I actually did a video on Friday, which made my first, what I would say, full month, being a part of this. And I went on live and I showed just doing a live withdrawal from the system of my token rewards. And guess what? As soon as I clicked that button, within seconds, that token reward went from the blockchain directly into my Metamask wallet. And it was there and liquid, meaning I could take those tokens, exchange them, and go through the process of liquidating and cashing out that reward right then and there. Right. I know right now there's one deal. I'm not going to say any names, so I'm not going to put anybody out, but there's one deal right now that I've been waiting since January, February for the withdrawal. But because someone had control over it, they got to decide whether or not they wanted to actually process that withdrawal. And then they said, hey, because we have the control, we're going to wait until we are ready to decide to give you that withdrawal. Same with another deal. I know there's one that's been over 2 years, hadn't gotten that withdrawal. Claimed to be decentralized, but then when I really educated myself and learned what decentralization was about, guess what? It really wasn't decentralized, because someone had the access in the back end to stop the withdrawals, right? So that's why I'm excited about this, guys. It's a real decentralized project. We are in early. It's built the right way, built off of the same tokenomics as Bitcoin. So there is a limited supply. Only 21 million tokens will be in circulation. But it has one thing that separates it from Bitcoin. Well, two things, I will say, that separates it from Bitcoin. Number one is it doesn't have whales. When we look at Bitcoin right now and we look at some of the big, institutions, some of the big token holders in Bitcoin, they are considered whales. They control massive amounts of Bitcoin. And guess what? They influence the market on a massive level. If you had somebody like Saylor go and sell off all of his Bitcoin right now, could you imagine what would happen to the market? Because they control a lot of the Bitcoin, right? We don't have that here, which is a great thing. Number two, we have something called the liquidity provision, right? We have something built in a contract based on an algorithm that will go back into the market, take the money that is coming into the ecosystem from the members, take those funds, go into the market, purchase the MQT token right out of the market to raise the price up, take those tokens out of the circulation and into a vault where they remain in that vault until 2059. When we take those tokens and put it in the vault, that's less supply, that increases the demand, that increases the price. And this is why if you've seen our chart, you see these long green lines after these, well, you see red lines, right? And then you'll see these long green lines that'll shoot back up. That is that liquidity provision, purchasing the tokens from the market to stabilize the price, limiting the supply and increasing the demand. It's absolutely amazing how that works. So those are the two main things that I find to be very different about this project versus if we look at something like Bitcoin. And our founder has made it clear. She's made it very clear. She believes that we will run past the price of Bitcoin. Why? Because it's all about the number of people that are in this ecosystem. We see some similar things have millions of people, 2 million people in about 18 months, but it wasn't built right. Didn't last. She saw this. She's built this to be able to do the same thing, but sustain itself. And if we go anywhere near those numbers, we will see a token that will absolutely blow us away. We don't even need but about, in my estimation, according to what she says, I believe we don't need but about 100,000 people in this ecosystem. And I believe that we'll see a token that looks like the price of Bitcoin, maybe even pass it. And I know that's reaching out far, right? And this is why we're just moving in steps, right? Our first goal, 10,000, right? Let's get 10,000. I think at 10,000, we've already been told we'll see a 4-figure token with 10,000 people active in this ecosystem. So that's goal number one, right? I mean, it may be kind of far out to see what, see a token that looks like Bitcoin, but we're going to do it in small steps. Project 10K, we started that a few weeks ago. It's in full effect over the next 90 days. We want to put 10,000 people in this ecosystem that are active because we know we'll see a 4-figure token if we do that. All right. So, yeah, Anthony, I know you're over there having some issues. I mean, I could probably talk about this forever and ever. I don't want to go too deep into this because people are going to be all over the place. They're going to be like, oh, what are you talking about? Definitely get yourself to, there's recordings everywhere. Do yourself, the justice of just sitting through one full presentation to really understand what's happening, right? A lot of people come to you and they just ask you the questions, and I say, have you watched the presentation? Because me coming here and trying to explain everything to you in 15 minutes, I'm not doing you the full justice of really understanding what this project is about. There's so many things, more, but just get to a presentation. We're doing 2 of them a day, 3 presentations a day. Pretty much, we'll start back up on Tuesday. But there's plenty of recordings. Check one out. Just get educated. Just say you at least know, right? I at least know because I took the time to sit down and figure out what is going on. So yeah, turn it back over to you if you got any questions or anything that you want to talk about over there.
Man, let me say that was absolutely incredible, and I thank you for holding it down while I was trying to get things situated over here. I've been moving all over the house. Just for those of you all who just
Camera
joined.
looks good. Are you crispy now?
Oh, there you go. All right. So look, I was moving all over the house. For you all that don't know, we had a storm. We still have a storm going on here in North Carolina. And the power went out. Everything tried to stop us from getting this information out to you guys, but we still made it happen. And Q held it down while I was trying to get adjusted to make things happen. I'm actually at the dining room table now, just trying to get the best internet connection as possible while this is going on. But guys, I hope you all are excited. Can y'all drop some sevens in there if you are excited in the chat? Some 777s in the chat or in the comments if you're excited about what he said. I want you guys to really get this. There's a couple of key things, and I'm just going to reiterate them. He's saying you're getting in at a very early time. He said we're in Project 10K. That means that there's not 10K people involved with this yet. That's the first point, guys. I want to get with this.
Not even 2K
people. There's not. I don't think there's 2,000 yet.
No, there's not.
Do you understand how powerful this is that you're getting in before the masses know anything about it? They don't even know that right now the activity they're already going to do could be making them income right now. They don't even know that. There's so many people in the world that have no idea they can make it. See, I was on the app Sweatcoin, right? And it got me some other stuff, right? Like it was like, hey, you get some discounts, you get some whatever. Even with all of my activity, it was nothing significant. It couldn't create income. And I know my camera's acting up. Just bear with me, guys. But it couldn't create income on a real basis for me, right? And so I said, you know what? If it's something that can create some real income for me, then I want to know about it. I can use my normal. See, what's real when people talk about passive income? Let me tell you, there's one thing. A lot of people only think about passive income when it's passive income when you get money for doing nothing. That's what people think about most of the time. But when I think about passive income, what I really think about, can I get paid for what I do already? That's one thing. Can I get paid for what I am doing already? Now, let's reformulate, because there's some people out there, you may have not got on the healthy journey yet. That may not be your thing yet, right? You may say, look, Anthony, I don't walk, I don't sleep, I don't do any of that stuff. But can you get paid for what you should be doing anyway? These are things that I want to simplify it for you. I don't want to get, like you said, we don't want to make it too complicated for you right now. I want you guys to get the basic premise of what we're talking about. Right now, you have the opportunity to get paid for activity that you're already doing. If you're already a gym rat, if you're already a runner, if you're already a cyclist, if you're already doing these things anyway, then you can get paid for your normal activities, right? But the other thing is, if you know you should be and you need an incentive to do it, this could be the thing for you. And what if you got rich in the process? Here's the thing. He said this is like getting involved with Bitcoin, but could be better, right? No financial claims. We're not financial advisors. We don't do that. I don't want you guys to think that any of this is financial advice. But what we're saying is look at the tokenomics. That's what he was explaining. It's like looking at the tokenomics of it and looking at the premise and the concept of it. Now you'll be able to see why this is so powerful and why Q is so excited about it and why so many others around the world are excited about it, and why you, if you are a builder, some of us are, like in here, some of you guys like sharing opportunities with other people. What if you're the one that can share this with somebody else and you can take this to the next level? Or what if you're one of the ones, with Bitcoin, let me tell y'all something about Bitcoin, right? So with Bitcoin, you had to buy it, or you could earn it through trading or somebody else trading for you. What if you're able to earn MQT, or what if you're able to earn just based on your activity? That's real passive income, guys. That's how you can get involved with this and start earning that. And watch what happens. Now, I want to talk about a little bit of something, Q, and I think people this is something I think the average everyday person can get excited about and understand. right? I might have to switch this camera. My camera's doing all type of blurry stuff. But I want to tell you guys something that the average everyday person can't understand. Let's talk about this. What has this token done? When we talk about MQTQ, what is this token doing right now that people should be excited, that people can really get excited about? You want? Should I pull up Coin Market Cap right now?
Yeah,
Should I
absolutely.
I'm
Absolutely.
gonna do that. Let's go ahead. Let's pull up
Absolutely.
Coin Market Cap. Let me pull this up real quick so everybody can see exactly
Yeah,
what
this
we're.
is what's really important, right? I mean, what is the token doing?
That's it. All right, there we go. All right, so if we go and look at Coin Market Cap right now, this is what we are working with right now. Now, I want you guys to look at this. Now, you don't have to know much about crypto. You don't have to know much about anything, but you know up and to the right. Most people understand up and to the right, but when you look at this and you can see how fast this has moved up and to the right, I believe everybody can say, man, I should have been in 2 days ago. Not even 2 weeks ago, right? 2 days ago.
Go
But
go to the 1-day chart if you can. To the
when we go to
one
the
day.
1 day chart,
Yeah, one day.
let me see.
So that they can really see a big picture, because one of the things that's we talk about on the presentation is what typically happens when tokens. You see with the little one in the top left of the chart, the little 1H.
Yeah, I see it.
There you
Yeah,
go. Drop that down to 1 day. Yeah, there you go. Because what typically happens when we get into these projects, and we've been in a ton of them, and you got your your banner thing for your comments on there too. That might help people see it a little bit better. You put Marissa's comment up.
Oh, okay. I can take that off. That's no problem. I'm working on this MacBook. I'm used to having 3 or 4 screens going, and then
Right. But typically when we get into these different projects, right, most of these deals that we get involved with, they don't really have a real utility, right? A real use for the token. It's just really more so a hype thing, right? A whole bunch of people or a community of people coming together and just saying, hey, look, we want to raise the price of this token, right? We want to pump it up. We think that, we have enough people that can get behind this, that we can create something. But there's nothing really there other than just that community of people believing that they're going to raise the price of this token, right? They have what they call a pre-sale, where they allow people to come in and buy the tokens early so that they can use that to launch the token, right? But what typically happens is, and you can see that very first line down there, the very first line was a big green line. What usually happens is you see that line go up right there, and the next day you see it go all the way down, and then you see the project just kind of, it's stagnant, and it's waiting for people to come into the ecosystem to inject more money into the project. Well, what you saw in our project is that the price shot up from like $1 to, I think, maybe close to $5 or so, came down maybe like $1 or two into that $3.50, $4 range, and it kind of went sideways and sideways. And then finally, once we were ready to really go, we've seen a green candle just about every single day since that point happened. Most projects don't do that, right? You even can see, like, in the middle of that, there's a little long wick of a candle that came down right in the middle around that $30 price. And in one day, we went from about $28 to like $48 in one day. That was because of the power of our liquidity provision that injected that money back into the token, bought the token and lifted the price, and then took those tokens and locked it in the vault. That was a prime example of what made this different. We got to see it in action. After somebody sold off, I think maybe 80, it was like 86,000 worth of the tokens, the price dipped. But all that money that came into the ecosystem went back to the market, bought all those tokens, took them and put them in a vault, and it raised the price of the token $20. in a matter of 15 to 30 minutes. That all that happened, right? So this is the difference here. You know, we got a 62x since July the 21st, when this token actually launched at $1, and it hadn't stopped. People are seeing what's happening here. They're educated on what's going on, and people see the value in holding this token. All right. We've got less than 2,000 people, and we see a $62 token. You don't see this happen. Why? Because other projects just are not built the same way. They don't have the same utility, and they definitely don't have a liquidity provision that is stabilizing the price and the ecosystem. They don't have it.
Man, that's powerful. And when did you say that this long? You said July when?
This was July the 21st. Went on Uniswap at a $1 price.
Man, I know everybody should get it. That's my birthday. So here's what I would. Everybody should get it now. I know that's confirmation right there. That it was launched at $1 on my birthday. Right now, think about it. This was just July 21st. We're just in September. It went from $1 to almost. It went over. I saw earlier today. It was like 64, 65.
Yeah, when
but now it's like 62. Guys, what else have you seen moving like that?
And look at the liquidity. That's important. That total liquidity right under the price of $61.89. You can see we're just under $3 million in liquidity. That is important because that means that there's money there for you to cash your token out. If people want to come in right now and sell their token, there's no one stopping you. You can go right in your Metamask wallet and swap it right there in the Metamask. You can go on Uniswap, swap it right on Uniswap. You can see there's people selling now. The price just went down a few pennies while we were sitting on here. So this is liquid. This is not one of those things you got to wait until, you know, okay, now we're going to approve the withdrawal type thing, or, you know, no, it's liquid. You can go and sell your token right now in the live market. And there's $3 million sitting there waiting for you to be able to do it.
Man, that's incredible. 3 million, 2.9 million, almost $3 million right there. I think this project has all the components to, once again, like I said, make it a legacy project, make it, and I heard you talk about something, and no financial claims or anything, but you said there's a project that could potentially make millionaires before the end of the year, right? And you know, that's a huge statement. But now I can kind of see why we say that. It's so many things that plays into that. And if we're going to go from less than 2,000 involved in the project to 10K, I would say, I don't know. Let's just say if you had to give a good estimate of when we get to 10K people, what would you say? You say the next 60 days?
Wow. I mean, here's the thing. Here's the thing that you can't account for. It's a thing called momentum.
Mm-hmm.
There's no way to really account for when it happens and how it happens and at what rate it happens at. But I can tell you this. We have not touched that at all right now. There is no momentum. This is just a word of mouth thing that is passing between individuals and some of their communities that they have, and we're growing. You know, we're growing every day, but we've not experienced momentum. We're going to have a rebrand in about 2 weeks. You're going to see everything change. The look, the feel. I mean, and it's going to be amazing. I've already seen it. It's going to be amazing what's about to transpire with this overhaul. There are communities of people from different opportunities, different companies, different health and wellness industries that the founder has waiting that want to be a part of this project. And I believe she's waiting to move those individuals into this project because she wants to have it right. And we at least rebrand it. There's no way to account for how that could affect this. But there's thousands of people that are there waiting. And I wouldn't even go off to say tens of thousands of people that are waiting that want to be a part of this project. They're going to be big time leaders in this industry that are going to become a part of this, that are going to bring their communities here. 10,000 people we know. It's not a lot of people. We've been in some deals that had 500,000, 1 million people, right? We've been in them.
Mm-hmm.
And things that didn't make sense. And people, we still had, hundreds of thousands of people. Things that stopped paying us and people were still part of it, right? So 10,000 people here. Oh my goodness. We could see that in 30 days. And I hate to put limits on when we can, on how fast things can happen, but of course you want to be realistic in your expectations as well. But this could happen in 30 days, 60 days. And we've already been told that, you know, 10,000 people in this ecosystem, all mining at our strongest mining power, which that's a perfect scenario. But in a perfect scenario, we see a $4,000 token. This is from the founder. This is math. This is not just hype and speculating that that's what the price will be. She knows when we have a certain number of people at a certain level contributing and submitting their data every single day, 10,000 people at the full mining capacity, we see a $4,000 token. This is why she says we can run past Bitcoin, and she knows it. So those are just some thoughts. Could it happen in 30 days, 60 days? Absolutely. I believe we're going to do that for sure. Could it happen quicker? Could it take a little bit longer? It could, but we will definitely get there. Definitely.
Man, that's
You're
incredible.
not late. You're not too late. I had somebody today, a big leader, told me that he was late. He said, I like to get in projects at the very beginning because it's the biggest opportunity for me and for my community. I respect it in the sense, that's your thoughts, but he didn't understand that where we are right now is a baby, a baby. Imagine if we had a $600 token from right here. That's a 10x, right? I mean, we have a lot of room to grow here. A lot of room to grow. We got people that are earning hundreds of dollars a day for what they already do. Hence the reason I got on 4 watches. Nobody really
That's what I'm
sees
talking about.
4,
That's what I'm talking about right
4
now.
watches.
Look, I
I'm
got
mining
2
on
other ones. I'm
4
going to put my
accounts.
other ones on. So it's going to be good.
Mining on 4 accounts because the amount of tokens that you can earn a day versus what they are worth at the full mining, if you're maxing all of your physical activity out, and this is just in, I guess this is just my situation and how it's working for me. It could be a little different for you, but one account mining at the top capacity, maxing it out, it's about 5 tokens a day. 5 tokens a day. So just do the math. Right now, if you're getting 5 tokens a day, that's over $300 a day that you could be getting if you're at the top mining capacity, right? The full power mining. Now, you may not start there, right? It may take you some time to build up to get to that level. But even if you were making, let's call it 10%, just 10% of that, right? And you were making $30 a day for what you already did. Now you do that times 30 days, that's $900 in a month's time, not including what this price of what the price of the token, right? Because the price of the token could also increase. If it does what it did this 30 days, the next 30 days, well, you didn't make $900. You could have made a whole lot more because of the increase in the price. So, yeah, was it worth it to go out and buy? I bought 2 watches yesterday. They came in today. I bought 2 phones yesterday. They came in today. And I said, look, I'm just gonna go ahead and do this thing all the way because earning these tokens now, you will never earn more tokens than what we earn today. Because as more people come, we will share those tokens with the individuals that are part of the ecosystem. Now, I will say this right now, the daily distribution is about 2,500 tokens. That will increase to 5,000 at some point. So we do have that opportunity when we jump to 5,000 to be able to earn more tokens, possibly, right? Because they don't want to flood the market too quickly with too many tokens. But we will go to 5,000. So this is the time where you will be able to earn the most amount of tokens ever, right? If you are a builder, right, and you like to share these types of things until the rebrand, which could happen somewhere from the 15th of September or toward the end of the month, if you are a builder and you have an account set up before the rebrand, you are entitled to be able to earn on 11 levels. All right. All of the miners that are sold in your downline, 11 levels, you can earn from that. MQT is what you get paid. After the 15th or after the rebrand, that goes away. You're grandfathered in if you get it, but if you come after, you only will have one level. Why? This is not a multi-level marketing kind of thing. This is not a compensation plan that pays you 10, 20 different ways. We don't want that feel. We want people to feel like, hey, what I'm doing today, all I need to do is just submit it to be able to earn that reward. So, yeah, there are going to be some changes that are coming, right? But this, man, it's just, man, it's been a ride. And as you see on that chart there, number one top gainer says number one top gainer, number two trending. This is out of all of the tokens on the Avalanche chain, the blockchain. We are the number one gainer, number one, and the number two trending. And we've pretty much held the number one in both of those for about the past 2-3 weeks, or really since the launch. We've been holding that number one spot. So excited about it. We just saw the liquidity go from 2.94 to 2.95. So people are buying and they are, earning. I mean, this is, it's just incredible to see what's happening here. This is that one deal that I believe I've been searching for myself and my community over the past 4 years. I believe this is that opportunity. And I believe that anyone who becomes a part of this and is active and maximizes the opportunity, any and everything that you have lost in your, past experiences, I think you will have the opportunity here to recover that and more from this ecosystem, because there's going to be a lot of other things that are going to come along. This is just the tip of the iceberg, right? We're in the Avalanche chain. Imagine they're going to launch this in different blockchains. Polkadot, Solana, Base, right? There's about 6 different blockchains, 6 or 7 different blockchains that, the founder wants to take the same thing and just move it over to a new blockchain. Now we submit on multiple blockchains. We receive token rewards on multiple blockchains. That's going to happen, right? In the near future. Things like travel to earn, where you can mine tokens because you're traveling. We're going to have the leasing program. We're going to be able to lease our miners. Yesterday, I bought like 38 miners yesterday. It was kind of an accident. I wasn't really trying to. I just had some MQT in my wallet and I just kept going back and just minting new miners, and I kept minting. And then I said, man, I've been doing this for a while. I looked at my wallet. Actually, I had 51 miners, 51 miners that I minted, but I needed some for these 2 new accounts that I got. And then I also want some for just supply and inventory to have for the future. I want to lease some out, possibly sell some, all these different things. But, it's just crazy because you definitely want to have a inventory of these things. I see some of the guys on. I see, shout out to Ivy, Mr. Brandon Ivy. He's been leading the charge, leading the way with the presentations. Him and his community is just absolutely exploding with this opportunity he's on right now. I know he probably has over 100 miners because I know he's been buying them consistently. But I told myself, like, I need to buy some. Let me go in and buy them, right? Well, this guy's been buying them left and right because he knows what's coming. He knows what's going to happen here in this opportunity. So I know we probably lost we lost Anthony. I know he's dealing with he's dealing with it over there, man. You're muted.
I think I'm back. I'm moving all over the house. Can you hear me now?
We got you, bro. We got you.
Yeah, it's crazy, but but
1,900 wallets. 1,900 wallets, man, actually submitted. That's not people. That's wallets. So let's keep that in mind as well. There's not 1,900 people here. I'm one person submitting 4 wallets. How many others are doing the same? There's quite a few. So we could have 1,000, 1,200, maybe 1,500 people that are in this deal right now. A baby.
Man, that's incredible. Look, like we said, like you said, you talked to a leader that was like, it's too late. I think it's still the beginning. If we know projects, right, and we know stuff, man, 1,500, less than 2,000, it's just the beginning. We know projects we've put a ton of people in, right? We had ton. I've had projects where I've had 10,000 people in my organization,
Right.
in a very short period of time. So we know what can happen with this, and we haven't even introduced it to like the physical, the actual the people who can get behind this, right? Once we
The
get
physical
this
fitness
into
community, right? The
yeah,
fitness
the
community.
fitness influencers,
Right.
right? Like
Right.
there you go, the personal trainers and all of this type of stuff when they're introducing their clients and all of this type of stuff, how massive this can be, right? And what type of scale that this can be on. Man, you guys got to
Absolutely.
really understand that we have something special in our hands, and to be in this early, is incredible. And as you said, I think timing is everything, right? But the timing is perfect because it's after some of the kinks have worked out. The people who are getting in right now are in prime position to really take advantage of a system in full swing, right? And it'd be like, man, this is on Avalanche. It's already working well. And then you get the opportunity to be in position when it does launch on the other chains and different things like that. That's going to be incredible, guys. I hope you guys are really listening to this. I think it's been some incredible information shared tonight. So you guys got to tap in with us and see what's going on. I want to tell everybody right now, if you haven't tapped in yet, get with the person who invited you to this video. If it was me, you found out about this video through me, reach out to me. As a matter of fact, you can look in the description of this video, and I've already put the information on how you get started down in there, right? So in the description of this video, you can look in there, and it's got all the information that you get started if you found out about this through me. If it was through Q, CPMD, then you go through him. If anybody else invited you, make sure we always move with integrity over here. So whoever invited you, make sure you run with them, and go ahead and get with them and get started. So you should do that. Somebody said how. Let me see, who is this? Own Your Life was like, how to get it. Is there a how-to video? Yes, once again, Q did an incredible how-to video. As once again, I'll tell you guys through full transparency, I used his video to go ahead and get set up today myself. He walks you through everything in the video. But I believe also, Q, there's like some getting started calls or some setup calls.
Let me tell you, man, we have so much in place. We really do. And let me tell you, my video isn't the best video. Like it is not. We've got some stuff for number one, we have a Telegram community that you want to be a part of. That is the central location where everything is there, from the presentations to whatever documents to announcements to questions. I mean, whatever you need, replays, everything is there. So you want to tap into that. I'll make sure to, matter of fact, I guess I can post this in the comments. Let me just put this here and make sure that you have this, because it's super important to have that. Number two, inside of the actual app, right? Our GetFit app, on the home screen of the app, when you scroll down just a little bit, there's a tab for customer support. It is a Zoom support. So you literally, between the hours of, and I think they've even extended the hours out a little bit, but from the hours of 11 a.m. Eastern to 5 p.m. Eastern, there is a chat support. You literally can go to the chat. They will sit there and work with you, walk you through whatever it is that you need to get yourself set up. They will do that for you. So that is also there for you. I mean, there's just so much. There's so many videos that are out there to help you get yourself started and set up. We have plenty of people. You know, I'm usually helping some people throughout the day. Let me see if I can post this in the chat. Will it allow me?
You should be able to.
Let's see. Copy. I guess it won't let me paste, huh? Okay, let me do it. Okay. Well, I was trying to do it from my phone. You know how you kind of can copy on the phone and then paste from the. I was kind of doing it that way. Let me see if I could I'll go get the link from the actual Telegram. There it is. View group info, add members. Yeah, so the Telegram community has just been a great asset just because it's up to date. Any and everything you need is right there. There we go. That is our Telegram link. And then again, there's a groups in there for Android, groups for Apple, depending on what device you have. Motivational tools, files, scripts, Q&A. I mean, whatever you need. There's a lot of content. I know Herschel Crow is in the upline. He's done a lot of incredible content that you can use that will help you get yourself set up. And if you can't get it, we got plenty of people. Just reach out. You know, most of us we do this full time, so we're here, you know, and we can hop on a Zoom call or something and get somebody set up if need be.
Incredible, man. All the support is there for you. We know, and I know this from experience, a lot of people are not familiar with the different chains and stuff on Metamask and all that type of stuff. So a lot of people need to get that support and that information out there to be able to do this. The Telegram, that's in the Telegram link, didn't go through.
Oh, I didn't get the link. Oh, it's in the private chat. Hold on. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. I can copy it from the private chat if you want me to do that.
Just drop it there. Yeah, because I have to. It looks like I have to connect from the and all kinds of stuff.
I got you.
Just drop it. I didn't even see the regular chat. I was in the. I only saw the private chat and they got a whole bunch of stuff in here. I didn't even see that was happening.
All right, I just posted that. There you go. So that's all good. So we got that in there, man. But this is incredible. And like I said, I know a lot of people need support with MetaMask, but once you get it, it's simple, right? Like once you understand it. So and to have the support is going to be incredible, and that's going to be powerful. So you make sure you guys take down that Telegram. Make sure you join the Telegram. Get with the person who invited you to watch this information, because you definitely want to get locked in, tap in with us. Even if you want to just if you want to get in and get a miner, test it out for yourself, see how it's working, and then later on you can evolve. It's part of it, right?
Yeah. Great thing is the low entry, very low entry, right? I mean, if a person just wanted to come in and literally just see how the system works, less than $100, probably around $75, they could just come in and just see what's going on, right? And test it out. So yeah. Uh-oh, did we lose you? Yeah, obviously, Anthony's dealing with it over there with the weather and the internet and power. You know, anytime you try to do something great, right? These types of things, you know, they start to happen, right? But yeah, a person can get into this thing very, very low entry. And even at the maximum side of the, you know, of this thing, if you just really wanted to have the maximum mining power and potential, you're just a little bit over $4,000 to be able to do that. So we've been in things where we had to spend, you know, tens of thousands, right, to be a part of certain things here. Very low entry, under $100 for a person that just says, look, I just want to test it out, right? I just want to see what's going on. For a person who says, I'm serious, I see it, I want to jump in this thing full speed, a little bit over $4,000, you're mining at the maximum power to earn tokens every single day.
Incredible, man. This is phenomenal. So I know this live has been kind of choppy because of my internet connection and that type of stuff. So let me ask you, Q, and maybe even let me see. I don't know if Brandon is still on. I think I've seen one of Brandon's presentations there, right?
Yeah, he kills it.
I don't know if we can probably get this going again another day, very soon. I don't know, maybe even tomorrow. What's your schedule like tomorrow?
Tomorrow, not really sure. I may not be in the house at least the first part of the day. I may kind of be moving around and things, but just reach out. And if I'm here, I'm definitely. I don't have much going on here. So if I was doing something, it'd be away. But eating ribs and swimming in the pool.
There you go. I love it.
I might go fishing in the morning. So that's the only thing for me. I might be fishing. So, but Ken says, look, he's there, he's available. And I'm sure I'll be around the house as well. So,
awesome.
As long as we're not doing something super early in the morning, I'll be available.
Yeah, we'll circle earlier in the day and see what I'm thinking tomorrow afternoon or tomorrow evening sometime. But we'll do some time to put it out there. I know this one was kind of last minute, but it was still great. But we'll give some people some time to prepare for it and stuff. Sure. And so, but yeah, we'll do tomorrow evening or tomorrow afternoon. We'll see what works with everybody. So that'll be good. But we could get Ken on, man. We get Ken and Brandon and all of us on. I think we can make a big deal out of it. We can have a super massive turnout for people to really rock out to this, man. So, and I won't hopefully I won't have a storm going on in my area, so that we can have this thing as clear as possible. So, right. But this has still been phenomenal. I hope people got some information that can really help them. Tap in right now and then invite somebody for tomorrow. Just get people ready. We'll put that information out as early as we can about what's going to happen tomorrow. We'll know exactly who's going to be on it. And then let's tap in, guys. Let's make this incredible. Let's have a huge run with this. Let's get healthy and get wealthy at the same time, right? Let's put ourselves in position and do that. I think this is one of the most phenomenal movements where we're not, I want you guys to get this. We're not pushing, let me get this right. We're not pushing a product, potion, or pill.
No auto shifts. No auto shifts.
No auto shifts.
No packages. You don't got to buy like a product package.
You don't have to do that. No. Right? It's not an ROI deal. Right? Yeah. Let's talk about all the stuff that is not. It's not an ROI deal. It's not a product, potion, or pill. It's not a place where you have to wait for somebody to approve your withdrawals. You don't have to worry about those withdrawal issues. We know how that works, guys. What about when you're earning this token and it has enough liquidity so you can sell this token when you need to? Now, I know a lot of people going to hold it because they see where the price is going. You don't want to sell at 60 when it could go to 160.
There were people that sold at $4, $3.
That's when, hey.
And if they would have just waited 4 weeks.
There you go. Ken said, not dependent on people joining to be sustainable.
Absolutely. If nobody joins this ecosystem from where we are right now, no one else joins it, this ecosystem will sustain itself because of the way that it is put together and built. Where can you say that?
This is phenomenal. And you can earn passive income by literally doing activity. One dude dropped 3,000 MQT at $4.
Well, let me just, what's the math on that real quick?
Woo!
Let me just 3,000 MQT, and we at what, 60? What do we say? What, 62, $63
yeah,
basically?
$62. What's that math?
Times 62 is $186,000.
Woo!
And he sold it for 12.
Sold it for 12, and it could have been 186,000. Man, come on.
Ah, ouch.
This is good stuff. Ken said, we don't need you, but we want you. That's the position that you always want to be in. That's the posture that you always want to have when presenting an opportunity. I don't need you because you know what? I got on 4 watches and I'm earning MQT.
Whether anybody joins or not, I'm gonna earn my MQT based on my physical activity.
Man, that's incredible.
I don't have to bring anybody else in to make sure that money happens. I don't have to do any of that, right? I just have to make sure that I at least do what I've been doing, which is taking steps on a daily. I sleep on a daily, Lord willing, he lets me wake up every single morning, right? I'm going to burn calories. I can sit in my house. I sometimes burn 1,500 calories just sitting in the house, just moving around the house. I'm doing that anyway. So things that I'm not having to add anything new to what I'm doing other than just doing more of what I'm already doing because I have an incentive now to do that.
Man, it's powerful. I burned probably 1,500 calories moving around the house tonight trying to get the internet connection right.
Look, there you go. I can imagine we're going to have more people. We're going to have more people making more money, going to work and just moving than they are doing their actual job.
Man.
I mean, that's, you have to let that sink in for a second. And we're talking about what that means today. Not what that means if you just say, look, you know what? I want to do this for a month. And that's actually what I did. I told myself, look, I want to do this for an entire month. And then at the end of the month, I want to claim everything, because I want to see not only how many tokens I earned, I want to see how much they gained in value. So imagine a person that's doing this on a monthly basis or even a weekly basis, right? And they're waiting till the end of that period to get those tokens. Not only did you earn what they were worth when you started, they also increased in value to what they're worth at that current time. So now you're double dipping. You know, you're making tokens, and then they're earning more on the tokens. So yeah, it's powerful, a powerful concept that can really, really exponentially just grow, you know, in value.
Man, that's incredible. Look, we got Tony on here for Ultimate Retired Lifestyle. He's saying, I'm not selling nothing. Tony has an incredible YouTube channel that's going on. So that's powerful. He said he's not selling at all. That's my guy right there, man. Big shout out to you, Tony, for being on.
My guy too, man. He's been in there. He's been riding the ride for a long time. And guess what? You about to get everything back that you owe, man, and much more.
Oh,
so
yeah.
He's been sticking in there and hanging in on the journey, man. And we've had some bumps, some bruises on a lot of things, but guess what? We're gonna get it all back.
There you go. Look, I always tell people, I have a saying that I use a lot, right? And it is if you wanna be on fire, you gotta stay close to the heat, right? And that's one of the things is that you gotta do. If you stay hot long enough, you will eventually catch fire.
Catch fire, absolutely.
You just got to stay hot long enough, right? And so, and a lot of people, the reason why they never catch fire, they lose the heat. And the thing is, like, even through whatever you're going through all this stuff, stick close to the fire, right? Stick close, man. Don't lose the heat. Stay hot. And you're going to eventually catch fire. And I'm telling you guys, that's what we have on our hands right now, something that can really, really take you to the next level, and it's going to be powerful. Look, Ken said sick. We was talking about, you know, that 3,000 MQT sold at $4. I'm telling you, man, this is crazy. Then we had the connectress said, this has been an amazing journey. See, people are already enjoying this, right? This is amazing. Think about all the servers, labor workers, beauticians who will be able to benefit from this. It's life-changing. Absolutely. Connectress is tapped in. Brandon said true right here. Brandon Ivan. We're going to get him on to do a presentation, man. I got to watch a couple more of your presentations so I can get out there and start doing presentations. You guys know that's one of my passions, is presenting information and getting stuff out there. And so I'm gonna watch Brandon do it a few more times. I'm gonna let him hold it down and watch him do it a few more times, so I could get a hold of it, man, and steal some stuff from me, brother.
It's funny you say that. It's funny you say that, because I'm a steal one of yours right now. Hey man, drop a 7 in the chat if you're making some money with GetFit mining. Drop me a 7 in the chat.
I want to see all those 7s. I want to see it myself. Y'all making money out there with MQT GetFit mining. Let's
drop
do
me a
it.
7 in the chat. Like, there they go. There they go.
I see the 7s in, man. You guys are amazing. You guys, you see the 7s in there? You see the 7s, people making money in here. People already making money. Look, when you get on tomorrow, I want you to be in position. Say, I'm in position to start making money with MQT and GetFit mining. I am in position to start doing. I want you to be able to say, I'm about to drop my 7 in there, because I'm gonna make money. Y'all ain't gonna leave me. One of the things I always say, when you see somebody else make money, and I see it happening, and I see them doing it for a little while, you're not gonna do all that without me. You're not going to look. I'm not going to let you make all that money by yourself.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know,
I feel you on that one. I feel the same way. You know, you're not going to run off and leave me.
No, you ain't going to do it. Let me find out. And look, this is one of the things, and it was in my reading earlier, man. It's one of the things that we have to do, right? And this is just for somebody that may be looking at this information, and you may be wondering, or you may want to do it, but it may be something that's holding you back, right? One of the things that we have to do is we have to set aside things that could be clouding our vision, right? Because you can have a vision for the future, but there's some things that could be clouding your vision. Some of those things could be your past experiences, because you've seen so many things, you've been involved in other things, you don't want to give anything else a try, right? You don't move forward because of what is behind you. That you can't let what's behind you keep you from moving forward. So you got to do that, right? You got to find a way to see through that. You got to clear your vision, because here's what, once you get clarity, it increases your speed. Once you guys get that, once you can get all of that other stuff out of the way, look, here's the thing, for a lot of us, you got to get ego out of the way, right?
Dropping some nuggets, man. Dropping some nuggets.
I'm trying to tell people, you got to get ego, because ego could be clouding your vision. It could be anything that's clouding your vision from seeing the way to your future, to get what you really want out of life, get all that stuff. And once you get clear, you're going to be able to increase your speed. And once you increase your speed, guys, you're going to get to your destination much faster, right? And so that's what I want everybody to really look at right now, and get all the other stuff out of the way, all your reservations. It's less than $100 to even try it. It's not too far out of reach. It's not like we're saying, oh, you got to do thousands or 500 or whatever, all of this type of stuff. No, you can do that if you have access. That's where you want to get started. But if you want to try this thing out, give it a shot, right? Give it another shot. Sometimes it's and I don't know if you guys have ever read this book, The Power of One More, by I forgot his name right now, but I'm reading the book. I got it over here on the table right now. Ed Milet, that's it. The Power of One More. What is this? Is your one more? Maybe you don't have 10 more in you, but can you do one more thing? Can you give it one more shot? Do you have one more chance in you? Do you have one more try in you? Do you have one more push in you? You know, when you're in the gym, can you get one more rep in? Sometimes the breakthrough is in the one more, right? This could be your one more that changes everything, right? So just one more push, guys. Let's go ahead and let's get it. Lock in with the person who invited you to see this information. And we're going to do this again tomorrow. We'll get the information out. We'll have a flyer. We'll have all that type of stuff. We'll get as many leaders as we can on here to tap in with us. We'll make it a big thing, right? And when we do this, I want you to come back tomorrow, but don't come back alone. Come back with somebody else and say, man, look, I saw something tonight that could change everything. I know you had trouble with this. I know you've been experiencing rug pulls. Let's be honest. We're gonna talk. I know earlier you said I don't want to talk about. I ain't gonna do the names tonight, but you know I'll drop some names. I'll rip them apart. Right? if you go wrong,
they don't care if they rip us apart. So yeah, you're right. I mean,
if you do it wrong, I'm gonna rip you apart. So
right.
But the thing is, we've been through rug pulls. We've been through all the different things. This thing, let's go back out and put our net on the other side. We're going to give it one more push. We're going to push back out there, put the net on the other side with something new, something different, something that it doesn't even have 2,000 members in it yet. And let's go out, put the net on the other side. Let's catch as much as we can, and let's take it all the way to the top. Let me see who's ready to move forward. If y'all ready to move forward, I'll do a different number since Q did my sevens. Let's do 111 in the chat. If y'all ready to move forward into the future, if y'all ready to move forward, even better, drop 111 in the chat. Let's get this party started. I don't know. I think we need some more excitement back in the space. I think we need some real excitement, enthusiasm behind something that we can absolutely win with, that we ain't waiting for somebody to approve our withdrawal, play games with our money, do all of that type of stuff where we could get in and just get active and literally get active and make some money. There you go. I see it. We got the fire emojis in the chat. We got the ones in the chat. We're going to get some energy like never before. We're going to get the morale back in the space. All the stuff that has been stolen from the space. Man, y'all remember we used to have fun. Let's be real. We got 17 people on here watching us. We used to have a lot of fun in this space. We used to be everybody talked about the passive crypto space because when we came in, we locked in, we were making more money than the traditional network marketing. We were making more money than a lot of things. But then we got we got some bad players, some bad seeds in the space when it comes to platforms and all that type of stuff, and it went haywire. But here's what's good to know, that we're back, baby. You know what I'm saying? We're back, and we got some stuff that can really hit for us and make us win, man. So I'm excited about this. I'm excited about where this is going and how many people are going to win with this. If you're ready to lock arms with us, get with the person who invited you onto this to now and lock arms with us. Get the instructions, go through it, sit down, shut all the distractions off. Look at the videos. Watch it, get set up, reach out to support, reach out to us. Let's start this movement. I know it's already started. I'm just getting into it. I'm getting hyped now, but let's keep this momentum going. And let's take this to the next level. Let's do this thing, man. I'm excited right now. So we got Taylor with some fire emojis in there. That's awesome, man. I'm excited. See, this is what I'm back for right here. Taylor said no one invited me. Where did you find? Did you find it on my channel? Were you just tapping into my channel? You saw it on the live or something? Taylor, I don't know if you saw it on the live. Just in the description of the video, it's you can see the instructions. My link is in there and all that stuff. If you coming from me, if you found it from like Q's page or something else, then you use Q's. He has his instructions in his.
Go to you, cause just let's just get her in. Look,
there you go.
Go to Anthony's information there and get plugged in.
There you go. Yeah. So if it was Jackson, I saw Jackson posted it in his group too. So if it was Jackson, then tap in with Jackson. Get with Jackson. Jackson will get you hooked up as well. Ashtray, I know you, brother. We were just talking the other day. This may be a play for you. The information is in the description. If you want to reach, you know how to reach out to me. You got me. So you can reach out to me if you need to. That's what's up. So man, we're gonna get you straight, no matter who you are, no matter where you are. We're gonna get you with the right person, and we're gonna get you started. We're gonna start this momentum. Look, I think the way we're gonna do it now and what we're gonna do moving forward, that 10K is gonna look more like 30 days.
That's what I said.
I think
that was my thought. 30 days
before the end of September. It's September 1st. Before the end of September, let's make it happen. This is Ingram Taylor. So I'll get with Jackson too, Taylor, and let him know that you were talking about it, and so he can get you straight if you're ready to get started. So we'll definitely do that. But by the end of September, and see here, guys, what you want to do is be in this movement right now. Yeah.
Post links for videos.
Sean, like I said, in the description of this video, you should be able to see it, especially once it's posted. You'll see in the description of the video. It'll be all the links. I already got all the stuff there for you. The links, the video. I stole one of Q's videos, his everything, and put it in there so you can actually get started. So it's all there. Project 10K. That's right. Look, Ken, Project 10K is just been expedited, right? We about to take this thing to the next level. It's been expedited,
baby.
The
faster we get there, the faster our token scales. Why? Because it's really only about the number of people in the ecosystem. We feed it every single day with our submissions and our claims. And so the more people feeding into the ecosystem, the higher our token goes. That simple.
Man.
Imagine 100,000, 500,000, 1 million people here. I mean, we're going to scale crazy with the price of this token.
Man, look, Ken said we just watching the trailer right now.
Just the trailer.
The show ain't even started yet.
It really hadn't. To think about it, it really hadn't at all.
Wow.
It hadn't even. I mean, and we're sitting at a $63, $64 token.
And the way it's moving right now, what if next week this time it's at $120?
It's very realistic to say that. I mean, we've seen how it's scaled in the first 30 days. I mean, people aren't selling this token because the people who get it, that understand how this is built, it's almost like you have to think of it like I'm selling what I believe could be a Bitcoin price token for $60. And most people are telling themselves like, no, I that doesn't make sense. If this token can get where we believe it's going to get, why would I sell it at $60?
Man, you gotta Once again, you got to clear. You got to get that clarity. You got to clear your vision.
I'm
Don't let all that
clear.
cloud.
I'm
You got to
crystal
get clear.
clear. The number of tokens that I currently have and where I believe this can go, this is generational wealth. This is not just, oh, I'm gonna get a little rich. Like, yeah, we're gonna have some people that are gonna get a little rich, but the people who really are in this for the long haul, the major play, I mean, we could be looking at 6 to 12 months talking about creating 8 and 9 figures. I know that sounds crazy, but it's just math, right? I've looked at some of the math. Like, it's going to be very possible for a lot of people here. We're going to see a lot of 7-figure earners here. We're going to see a lot. A lot. Because, when we scale this thing to $5,000 token, I mean, it doesn't take that many for you to become a millionaire. When we see this thing go to 10 and 20 and 40 and $50,000 tokens, it's not going to take a lot for people to become a millionaire. And for those who are in it for the long haul, that are mining and getting and holding, and I mean, we're talking 8, 9 figures. If we see something, if we see a Bitcoin price token, when we see that, there will be people earning 9 figures. They will have a portfolio, a token value of 9 figures. And then you just tell yourself, even if we just did 10% of that, I love when Brandon says this. He says, what if we just did 10% of that? Not of that 100 million, and you made 10. What does that do? What does that do for your life? How does that change your life? Yeah. MQT token, Sean. MQT.
That's why I brought it up, so you can see it. I want you guys to look at this right here. If we looked at this, and let me take it back. Like right here. If you look at August the 20th, it is September 1st. August the 20th. Since then, do you see that this thing has went up $50? $50 since August the 20th. $50. I don't know who is watching this. You don't have to know crypto. You don't have to know crypto.
Trust me, there's a lot of people watching. There's a lot of people watching. When you go to CoinMarketCap and you look at tokens, what do you look at? Let me look at what the top tokens are right now. And your token is sitting in the number 1 spot, and it's been there for the last 3 weeks.
Woo.
There are a lot of people looking at this project.
That's
a lot
crazy.
Of people. They're trying to figure out, what is it? Because I mean, if you just come here, you don't know that we have all of this stuff going on behind the scenes. You just don't know that. But there's a whole lot going on behind the scene.
Y'all see this top gainers on Avalanche right here. Look above every. Look at this.
We've been holding this spot too for quite some time.
Man, all I can say right now is, look, don't miss it.
Don't miss it.
Do yourself a favor, right? Don't miss it.
Don't miss it.
Don't miss it, because I'm telling you guys, you're gonna kick yourself if you do. It's like we always said, and it's even more relevant right now. And I want to share this just so people can see we what we're talking about. Y'all see this right here? We documentation beats conversation, right? There's a documentation. But here's what we always say. When it's all said and done, there's going to be people who are going to be able to say, man, I'm glad I did.
So glad
right?
I did.
And then there's going to be some people that's going to say, I wish I would have. It depends on what category.
Don't be that person.
What category do you want to be in? Man, I'm glad I gave it a try. I'm glad I tried it out. I gave it a chance. I'm glad I gave it a shot. Or you want to be the one that's like, I wish I would have. Right? So you're going to either, here's the thing, and just get out, y'all know I like to give little stuff, but you're either going to suffer, there may be some pain that you go through and some things that you suffer through, but you're going to suffer through those things if you don't quit and you keep going, right? And you give it your all, right? It's better than the pain of regret. Absolutely. I'm telling you, right? Like you can't avoid, on a journey, you can't avoid the pain, right? But what pain do you? I want the pain that in pursuing my goals, and I may get some bumps and bruises, but I'll get to the destination. But if you don't try, all you got is the pain of regret. Man, I wish and it's hard because look, this thing goes to 9 figures. If it's a 9-figure potential, but you let a 3-figure, for lack of better, I want to say investment, right? But I want to say if you had a 3-figure participation, if you let a 3-figure participation stop you from getting a 6, 7, 8-figure result, will you let a 3-figure participation stop you from a 6, 7, 8-figure result? I don't want to be in that category
at all.
I want to be in the category that, man, I want to be able to brag to my grandchildren and to the other people in my life and be like, hey, I remember, man, I put that little money in, that thing went off, and I got paid because I saw the vision. I just knew it was going to happen. So, man, that's exciting. Man, we can sit on here and talk all day about this, but I know it's later my time than it is your time. It's still pretty early there for you. But man,
I'm about to go work out. I'm about to go get my workout in for the day. So I ride. I've been riding, like literally, I ride my bike every night. I've been riding it, doing about 7 to 10 miles every night. And then I'm gonna go hit the gym, and I got a Mexico trip this week, so I gotta try to get it tight and right before I go.
There you go.
But yeah, that's all I'm going to do. So,
man, you better start expanding out there in Mexico while you out there too, man. Get some stuff going.
Hey, look at these resorts and stuff. All these. Hey, look, how many steps you taking today?
There you go. There you go, man.
A couple extra Apple Watch is what I go.
Man, I got a running club that I'm a part of. I can't wait to get it to them and be like, hey.
Ooh. We actually have that here too. It's called Run Club. It's actually called Run Club.
Yeah. Man, we ours is Urban Run Raleigh, right? So we have, but it's like thousands of people now. It's growing. It's going like viral now. We take over downtown when we run. Like we just running through the streets. So it's crazy.
I bet y'all do. That's pretty cool.
It's crazy, man. Every time I get ready to get off, more people join. More people start watching. Man, I think people are excited about this, man.
They want to know what's going on.
When we're gonna promote it tomorrow. We get it on here tomorrow, man. We're gonna make this a massive turnout. The world is gonna know about this. I'm telling you, 10K in 30 days. 10K in 30 days.
It's not. I mean, we already know it's not a lot to do that. It's really not. And this token is gonna look crazy when it happens. 10K people, we have this token. Them lines that you see right there are nothing. You're gonna start seeing some massive gains in the token when we have 10,000 people there. Yeah, but it's done though. It's done. It's just a matter of us just getting it to the folks and sharing it, and it's gonna happen. In time, it's gonna happen. So,
absolutely, it's gonna happen. No doubt. Well, we're gonna let everybody. We're gonna let you get to the gym. We're gonna get everybody back on tomorrow. Tomorrow's gonna be some heat, guys. I don't know if you guys are ready. I don't know if it's been a long time since you guys have seen all of us on a Zoom. Me, Ken, Q. We're gonna have Brandon on. We're gonna have some people. We're gonna have some heavy hitters on.
Got to get Herschel on too, man. Herschel is.
Oh yeah, we need to get Herschel on as well. Oh man, it's gonna be powerhouse. It's good. It's gonna go crazy. So yeah, that's gonna be powerful, man. Y'all, man, we get prepared for that. Y'all, we're gonna put the information out as soon as possible. Y'all come back tomorrow. Be on here tomorrow and watch what happens. And you're gonna be so thankful if you're not on here by yourself. If you just bring like 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 people with you to watch. Just say, look, get on here and watch. Say, get fit, get paid. You can get paid for getting fit. I want to show you how to do it. Just get them on to watch and just watch what happens. It's going to go crazy. And you're going to be thanking yourself that you actually did that, right? And they're going to be thanking you because you invited them. Win-win situation. So this is going to be powerful, guys. I appreciate everybody for getting on. As always, you guys know I tell you I love and care about each and every one of you. And I definitely want to see all of you win. We're going to be back on here tomorrow. We'll get that information out about the time and everything once we get everything solidified for everybody. But this is definitely our time to win. We're bouncing back. We are better than ever. And as a matter of fact, where we go this time is going to top anything that we've ever done before. So if you want to go to the top with this, right? Because look, here's what we do. Here's what I'm going to tell you. We're not settling. This is not the time for settling. And we don't settle because everything that settles ends up the bottom. That's not where we belong. We're going all the way to the top. So if you're ready to go to the top with us, lock arm with us, look in the description of this video. All of that information to get started is in there. Let's rock and roll. Let's make it happen. Q, any last words for the people before we jump out?
No, man. Man, just appreciate you having me on, sharing this. Man, let's get out. Let's get out and impact the world. Let's impact some folks. And, you know, we have something that we know works, that's real, that we can feel great about sharing with other individuals. And yeah, let's be the ones who create this 4-figure token, 5-figure token. That's it.
Woo. That's it, man. Let's go. All right, guys, we're going to get out of here. Once again, love and care about each and every one of you. Until the presentation tomorrow, I hope all of you have an incredible night. And we are out. Peace.
Peace out.